Vlad, man couldn't sleep, you know. Man couldn't sleep. Were you talking 3-0 against the Galacticos? Real Madrid. Listen, I can't lie. Hey, what they done today is a mad thing. Like, if you want to announce yourself on the big stage, yeah, in this competition, that's what you go and do. That is a mad statement, yeah. You go there, yeah, and you do the business. And I can't lie, Arteta, the boys, Declan Rice, and the gang, they got it right tonight, man. Listen, and it's not a gas thing. This ain't no hype like, oh, we're going to win the Champions League and do whatever. But when you win a game like that, you give yourself the chance and the confidence and the belief that you can go on to do great things in this competition. And that's what they did. I was laying down thinking about it and I was like, nah, I need to come and talk on this. Like, one thing I've always seen in Arteta's team is that the levels, I've always said that they've got a gear to go up. We've been on an upwards trajectory season after season. We've got better. And you know what? Just to come up in this fixture where, if you saw my video earlier, I was talking about how anxious I was. I was up and down. I felt confident in one breath. Then in the next breath, I was feeling anxious. But that's just the occasion. You know what? That's the fact that you got the likes of Kylian Mbappe, you got Vinicius Jr., you got Jude Bellingham, Courtois, all these big players, Valverde, all these big players coming to the Emirates. And we haven't seen that in 20 years. We've not had the likes of the Galacticos come there, you know. Like, this is the thing. I feel like it would have been a different tie if we drew like Borussia Dortmund, Bayern Munich, Barcelona. We've played these teams countless times in the Champions League. You know, even Atletico Madrid might not have felt as prestige as how this game felt. Like, the big boys were coming into town, and I'm just so proud of how the boys dealt with it and how they went about this game. You know, everybody gave maximum effort. You look across the park, Kivior coming in place of Gabriel, who's injured, and he just played immense. At the start, he was shaky, but out the window after a few minutes, straight down to business. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, you look at, you know, Miles Lewis Skelly, you would not think that kid is 18. The way he's playing out, he's balling out there at left back, do you know, and causing problems. Rodrigo, quiet. People say, you know what, we'd rather Real Madrid instead of Atletico. And yeah, maybe because of the way they play. But in terms of how we nullified everything that they, you know, all their major strong points, the attack. The chance that they really had was Mbappe in on goal, who, you know, kicked it straight at Raya, but that could have gone in at 1-0, and then before you know it, it's a different kind of game. You know, you were chasing the game to try and get something out of it. But the way that they were playing, even if they had went 1-0 down, the way they're playing, you could kind of feel there was a belief that they could get back in it. They've got what it takes to get back in the game. We just take a moment to big up Declan Rice, bro. Like, this brother's never scored a career free kick in his life. And this brother puts away 2 worldies in the space of 15 minutes. Like, absolute mental. The boy had ice in his veins to put that ball top bins. How disrespectful. Like, it ain't Courtois in goal. You get what I'm saying? Man, put that top bins. Boom. If you see the techers on that, this is one thing I say about Decky, like, you know, you see the likes of Sculpture and these players saying he's not world class and it's this and he's that. But listen, Declan Rice, one thing I will say for his career that he's shown is that he is technically gifted. Like, I don't think there's a better ball striker, passer, like, in terms of the way he can technically kick the ball. Do you get what I'm saying? And if you really go back and look at that free kick and the way that he, like, kind of whips it and then chops it, blood, come on, don't play with the boy. And you know what? I'm happy for him because I feel like this season he's gone under a lot of scrutiny. People saying he needs to add more goals to his games. He's not a 100 mil player, and just piling on all this pressure on top of him. And then when you look at what he, you know, how he's gone about it, you know, just kept on hard working, determined, like, it's like he's a captain without the armband, and he's just kept on plugging away. He stayed injury free. He's just doing what he needs to do. And today, you know what, he said, you know what, I'm gonna put the boys on my back. And if you go back to a couple of my previous videos, you would have seen where I made one talking about our direct free kicks. You get me? And it come like them, I must have watched that. You get me? That shout out Decky. I see you most probably watched that one. Because yeah, our direct free kick thing leading up to this was atrocious. I think Arteta said our last free kick was Odegaard in 2021. And yeah, like we've never had that guy. Like it was Aubameyang, before that it was Sanchez. We've not had that. So if Declan Rice is gonna be the new Ward-Prowse of the Arsenal team, I'm here for it. Do you get what I'm saying? And I feel like he deserved that. Got a man of the match award today, and it was fully deserved. I feel yeah, them goals are crucial. Like talk about Moreno, and these men get onto me and say that I weren't rating Moreno, but my thing about Moreno, it wasn't that I weren't rating him. It's just that I'm Team Partey. Like you're talking the best midfielder like out there right now. Thomas Partey is up there. Like I just don't think people watch him enough to understand how dope this player is. Do you get what I'm saying? And I can see now why Arteta wanted Moreno, because you're seeing the quality. If you're talking about techers, like if you go back and watch Moreno's goals, and you will see the techers. Like my man, like even the first goal, like when he came on and he scored 2 against Leicester, and just the way he took those chances, yeah, like techie, mad techie with it. And ever since then, he's just been showing bare techers, even with the header when he scored the header, bare techie. And even when you look at the chances that Courtois saved when he hit it on the half volley and he kind of drilled it down, and then it was cleared off the line and he controlled it and hit it again. Everything about it is pinpoint perfect in terms of his technique, and that's one thing I've noticed with him. He's very technically good, yeah, very technically good, because of how strong our midfield is, and he's been playing up top because of injuries, and how I still feel how he came into the team at the beginning. I'm still not sure about whether he's the guy to replace Partey, but in terms of what he's doing for the club and what he's doing for the team right now, listen, you can't say nothing. Take your hats off to him. He's doing his bit. Do you get what I mean? Martinelli's come back from injury and he's doing his bit. Do you get me? So listen, everyone across the park, Odegaard, you know, he didn't go hiding, was carrying the ball, making the little passes, trying to do his thing, pressing, leading. You know, that might have been a mental thing for him as well, because you got to think these are the guys that let him go. These are the guys that bought him and didn't believe in him and allowed him to come to Arsenal, which we're truly grateful for. But, you know what I mean? This must have been, so it'll be interesting to see how he plays when we go back to the Bernabeu now. You know, back to his old stomping ground, to see whether he even takes that game to a whole next level. And he says, you know what, I'm going to let all these 90,000 fans know what they missed out in. And you know what, that for me would be amazing. That would be mental. Could you imagine? But yeah, everyone, Saliba, solid game. Raya didn't have much to do. I don't really think going into the next fixture is going to be, yeah, Real Madrid, they're going to come out. They have to. They're going to come out and they're going to run and gun, which for us, that kind of works in our favour. We can sit in, get compact. We've been one of the best teams playing away defensively in the league. So we have no problems like we used to playing away from home. So I feel like, yes, the Bernabeu is going to be a tough ask, but I feel like we've got all the tools and the ingredients to get through this fixture and get through this tie. So we've set ourselves up with the best possible way. I was saying earlier, if we could nick a 1-0 or a 0-0, I'll be happy with that. Then you just go to the Bernabeu and you just try to smash and grab and hold on and try and do some things. But we've just gone 3 better than that and gone and just literally blown them away. They're going to be wary of us in the next game. Trust me, they're not going to come with that, let Arsenal know Real Madrid's here and all that cocky behaviour they were going on with. Because I can't lie, when the man turned up to the ground and was training and that, I was like, right, these men are really here. And just the aura of Real Madrid alone can have you moving a little bit, you know what I mean? Shuffling a little piece, but hats off to the boys. They dealt with it. They were able to get through the fixture, the first half of the fixture, and roll on Bernabeu. Saka hopefully got a knock. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. You know, he does that limping thing, so you can never tell, but maybe it's just a precautionary, brought him off, brought on Trossard. Trossard come and done his thing. I feel like because of how well he was playing, it's easy for him to come on and slot in. Do you get what I'm saying? You just jump into the game because you know that control's there. We're 3-0 up, like it's relaxing. Do you get what I'm saying? One thing I will say, the I can't believe I weren't there today. It looked like it was rocking off the place. Like I've been to a couple games and I've been to a few games where like the place is going mad. Like the place is going mad. And listen, it looked like when Declan Rice's goal went in, it looked like the whole roof was gonna blow off the place. You get me? Like, listen, I think we needed that. I think with how it's been going with the second place 2 seasons in a row and it looking like we're going to finish second place again, I just feel like we needed something like this just to remind us of how good this team is. Like this team that Arteta's building is something special. And to have a bit more faith, I feel like sometimes we're so quick to jump on bandwagons and feed into the media and what they have to say about this side. And I truly believe Arteta's building a side that once they get over the line, whether it's the Premier League, Champions League, they're going to dominate for at least a couple seasons. 2 to 3 seasons, they're going to be very strong and maybe even more. But I just feel that this team with a striker cleans up. This team with a striker, someone that can get you 15 to 20 goals, 25 goals a season, 30 goals a season, cleans up. I take a Harry Kane. I'll take Gyökeres. Right now, like I said to my boy, I will take any high-level striker right now. You put Victor Osimhen in this team this season instead of sending him to Galatasaray, you're probably top of the league and probably like still in the FA Cup. You get what I'm saying? So I just think any kind of semi-prolific, dangerous striker jumps in this team with the way that we can switch it, balls in the box, we can get intricate pulls in behind. You get what I'm saying? The way that we can change our way of playing, they will thrive in this atmosphere. Any striker coming into this setup that's got good feet, good head, like this, that, you're going to thrive, mate. You're going to thrive. So, yeah, we'll see what happens, man. Roll on next season in terms of the Premier League. But right now, talking about right now, Champions League, we're in it, mate. We are in it. Anything can happen. We don't know what's going to happen in the other fixture. We'll see tomorrow. PSG might go out and smash Aston Villa. Aston Villa might go out and smash PSG. We don't know. But what I will say is whoever goes through in the next fixture are going to be a little bit Arsenal. But one thing, I'll be honest, I'd rather PSG than Villa. I can't lie, because Villa are just our bogey team in a minute. We just can't seem to beat them. And at the minute, they're finding a little bit of form with, Rashford and Asensio, and the boys are balling out over there. So that's not really the fixture I personally would want. I'd rather go with PSG again. We beat them earlier on in the season, and we can definitely beat them again over 2 legs, I feel anyway. But we'll see what happens, man. On the other side, we got Inter Milan beating Bayern Munich 2-1. They look dangerous. Dark horses. They're another one that are, pretty dangerous. I feel like they can beat all the teams over on that end. If they Dortmund, Barcelona. Yeah, so it'd be interesting. Listen, I'm just going to be here praying. Going to take myself back to bed. Do you get me? Like, that's if I can go sleep, because right now I might even watch the highlights again.